again. Before we get started, just a couple of things. We're recording it, and so if you could kind of keep your whispers down, because the camera picks up the whispers, and if you have questions, if you can leave them to the end, that's okay. She'll ask you at first kind of where you're at, some things you want to know, and then any other questions, if we could leave to the end, that would be great. But Lily Herman is wonderful. I know Lily really well. She's a lot of fun to listen to. She's got a lot of knowledge and information. I don't know if you were, she taught at our Emergency Preparedness Fair last September, and she did a fabulous job, but she lives this. This isn't just something she comes and demos. I've been to her kitchen and I've seen her factory she's got set up. She lives this, she does this, and so she's got a lot of practical experience, and she's very much into emergency preparedness and has a lot of knowledge in a lot of different areas, and so we are just very excited to have you here. So, I'll turn the time over to you.
Welcome. I see a few familiar faces. How many of you were at my class? She's like, I'm going straight to the front this time. Wonderful. Well, it's very exciting for you to be here because there are so many wonderful things you can do with dehydrating. And a lot of people always go, ooh, dehydrating, you have to have a machine, you gotta to make food look freakishly scary, and you know, you gotta try to rehydrate it, and how can I do that? So I hope tonight, as we go through some of these things, you'll be able to alleviate some of the fears, and there are a lot of people who've been dehydrating for a long time. Hopefully you'll pick up something new, something you haven't thought of, or something you haven't done, or a great recipe, or a great, you know, tip or trick or whatever. So by a show of hands, how many of you are like way beginners in dehydrating? Sherry. Okay, we're good. How many of you are still beginners in dehydrating? Okay, we're good. That's okay. There are some days myself. We're good. How many of you feel like you are advanced dehydrators? You're like, yeah, or intermediate. Like, yeah, you give me a dehydrator. I can work on that. Okay, a few, no problem. Okay, good. What I was hoping we'd do tonight really fast is kind of go around and maybe just tell me your first name and then just a couple words on what you wanted to gain tonight. Like, were you looking to, I don't even know anything about dehydrating, how do I even start, what do I even do, to a specific question that you might have that you've been burning to know, you know, like what happens, why is this way? So, okay, let's start right here. So, go ahead. Just give me your first name.
Me?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
Etta Jean.
Okay. And what are you looking to learn tonight?
Just anything I can.
Love it. Okay. Well, you're going to be easy to please then. I like that already. Yes.
Jennifer.
And Jennifer, what are you looking to learn tonight?
What to do with the after it's dried.
Oh, the after it's dried part. Very, very nice. Because it's really fun drying it, but then you go, what do I do now? Okay, good. What's your first name?
Tanya?
Tanya, what would you like to learn tonight?
I'm pretty much the same. Anything. I don't know anything.
Sure, I'm grateful. So
Sandy, and I want to know if you can dehydrate, you know, full recipes, because
yes, ma'am. Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
like take your family favorites, make them, dehydrate them, put them in the bag.
Yes, ma'am. I make my own Mountain House style meals because I want to control the sodium, and then also I can cater it to the needs and likes of my children. Because I have one that is like, loves broccoli, one hates broccoli. One of them loves sugar snap peas, the other one hates them. So we're able to make stir fry and then make that for everyone's taste and then dehydrate. It's wonderful. So, all right, what's your name?
Blaine.
Blaine, what can I do for you tonight? What do you want? What are you looking
Well,
for?
I want to get stimulated again into
Okay.
dehydrating.
Well, if you don't love it when we're done tonight, I have not done my job. So you're going to feel so, and you're going to go home and be like, we've got to do this tonight. Yeah, it's good. And it'll be like 10 o'clock, but yeah, don't do that. Just save it till tomorrow or the weekend. What's your first name?
Vera.
Vera, what are you looking to learn?
Well, I'm the spark in my fire.
Okay.
It's kind of like goes out after I leave your class.
That's okay. That's okay. I feel the same about a lot of things as well. I feel like sometimes they say the average food takes 15 times of you tasting it and eating it for you to love it. That's why missionaries on missions, it takes a little while for them to appreciate a food in a new country. Children, we're always like, just try 3 bites, because we can get them to do that 15 times, they usually start eating it. Like my daughter, who's like, mashed potatoes are so good. Really? Wow, that's wonderful. You're 7. I hope that we've worked on you enough. So I think that, like some people, it just takes a few times of hearing about it. So we're good. I'm excited for you. What's your first name?
Cindy.
Cindy, what are you looking for?
I'm I'm looking for anything.
Okay, I love it. Because again, you guys, you'll be like, anything I say, you'll think it's wonderful. I appreciate that. It's good. What's your first name?
Steve,
Steve, what can I do for you?
well, I'd like to know how big of a dehydrator to get. We have a little baby one,
Okay.
but it's not clearly not big enough to like buy a bushel of apples and dehydrate all at once, and yet I don't like to do it for a week long.
Right, because you're like me. I want to blow it out really fast
Yeah.
while my attention span is on that. I tend to have project ADD,
Yeah.
so I like to blow it out and then move forward. So if I buy a box of peaches, I want it done.
Yeah, like Cabela's has
So,
those kinds you can put a whole
right.
pig in there and dehydrate it.
Absolutely. So I'll tell you now, I'm from Texas, and I'm going to always tell you bigger is better. I'm going to tell you to buy the largest dehydrator you can possibly buy, but we'll get there. So big veins, big dehydrator. It's good. What's your name?
I'm Dee, and I know
Dee.
nothing about this.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so we're going to be your maiden voyage. I feel honored. Thank you.
I got
And I'll
one
be
for
your
my
cruise
wedding,
director.
but I don't know what
Thank
to
you.
do
I feel
about.
good. Okay. What can I do for you?
I'm Mary, and I don't know anything either.
Mary. Okay. Okay, you're good. So I'm going to totally, you guys are going to be wowed and dazzled. That's amazing. Okay. Sherry, what do you want to know tonight?
I want to know when it's done. Because
Okay.
I never feel like I know when it's done, and so I freak out that, like, I'm going to kill somebody.
Well, it's really true because the hardest part is you want to make sure that you can store it and you're not going to be worried that it's going to mold
Uh-huh.
or have other issues because then you just defeat the purpose of doing all the work that you did.
Yep.
Because this doesn't take 5 minutes. So, Susan, what do you want to know tonight?
Well, I've got my dehydrator, but I don't use it very much, so I just want general information so that I'll have confidence in doing it and motivation to
Okay,
make it happen.
we will make that happen. And what's your name back there?
Lucy,
Lucy, what are you looking to learn?
for sun drying, how to sun dry.
Okay, wonderful. Really fun. And actually, that was one of the things I spent this last summer really doing a lot of different things so I could really get a baseline for how they work. Because I'm kind of just like, well, the power's still on, let's use the dehydrator that plugs in. But this summer I decided to do a bunch out of our garden. Really fun. So we'll talk about that. What's your name?
Beverly.
Beverly, what can I do for you?
Well, I've had a dehydrator for probably 30, 40 years. But I would like just some new ideas on things to dehydrate. I kind of do the same
it's gonna be
stuff
so
all the time.
fun. Okay. And when you say same stuff, what kind of stuff? We're talking like apples, bananas?
Apples, pears.
Oh, yeah. Good times. We're going to help expand your horizons, so
Yeah,
that'll
that's
make
what I'd
you
like to
feel
do.
all, ooh, so excellent. What's your name? Did you come last time? I
Melinda.
don't remember.
Yeah, I
And
got all
then-
excited last time, made a few things, but sort of faded away, so.
Okay, you're here to get renewed.
Yeah.
Good. What else would you like to know? Is there a specific question?
How to rehydrate and what to use all this stuff in.
Wonderful, wonderful, yes. That is the hardest part, because you have to actually plan to use it. And the hardest part is because it does go kind of small, and it sits in a small container, you can kind of forget about it. So, and especially if you're freezer dependent, I've kind of alleviated my freezer dependence, but I still find myself going out there and going, what am I doing? So it's good. We'll transition that for you. What's your name on the back?
Me? Emily.
What is it?
Emily?
Emily, what can I do for you?
I have a dehydrator, but I tried one time bananas and it was a nightmare.
Oh,
So I would
That's
like to
unusual.
learn to do that the right way.
wonderful.
And then I dehydrate a lot of, I grow my own like herbs and stuff, and I dehydrate those. So then I can have them in the summer, and it's nice because like basil, no, that's so expensive. But you can't,
Oh, yes.
you can't, grow it in the winter.
Oh,
So I'd like to
yes.
do all that, but I'd like to expand other than just herbs.
Wonderful. And I actually grow a lot of herbs throughout the year in just boxes or in buckets, but that's like a whole other class. So just do them inside, because we still have a lot of warm days in there. I had a bunch, they died, but that was due to my negligence. So we'll get there. Okay, excellent. Who's next to you? Ruth. Ruth, what can I do for you? Okay, well, you're going to be easy then. Okay. That's awesome. Yes.
I'm
What's your
with
name?
Ruth, I don't know.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I could say all of the above. I mean,
Okay,
the
good.
reasons that have been expressed, those are my thoughts too.
Well, it's nice when we have more than 30 minutes, because we have 30 minutes. I don't get to ask you this. I just go, and then I go, whenever we're done, and everybody goes, wow, it's like a drive-by class or whatever. It's just like so, like an auctioneer. So it's nice because the questions that you have, most everybody else also has, or there may be questions that you didn't even know that you had. So you hear her go, I did bananas and it was a debacle, and you're going, oh